This conference will now be recorded.
Nice.
EDA.
Planning,
Nice.
everything.
Sounds fun.
Well, being the president tonight, then I can veto all of those. So we'll go ahead and call the meeting to order for December 1st, Zumbrota Park Board. Looking for a motion to approve the agenda.
Yeah, I was gonna say, we don't have any additions or
I
anything?
have an addition, just fee schedule. We're just gonna have a quick little discussion on the fee schedule. So.
Under new business.
C, yep.
And then 8B was also an addition, the Greater Minnesota Parks and Trails Annual Membership
Yeah.
Renewal. That was an new since I passed it out to you guys. Yep.
All right, I'll make a motion to approve the agenda with the two additions.
I'll second.
A motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Passed.
And next, there's 2 minutes. There's one from the last regular meeting on October 6th, and then there was a special meeting on November 13th, so if we could motion those separately.
Nothing really new on any of those items that I have any questions about.
Mm-mm. I think it looks pretty good.
I'll make a motion to approve the park board minutes dated Monday, October 6th.
I will second.
I have a motion and a second. All approved?
Aye.
Opposed? Passed.
Okay, I'll go ahead and make a motion to approve the special session dated November 13th.
I'll second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Accounts payable.
And then same goes for that. I separated them out for October and November.
Just on top of it, Miranda. We appreciate that.
Are there two of them in here?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're both on back
Other side.
sides.
Mhm.
Appreciate it more if you and Kim could get together and get a larger font, but
Yeah.
You know,
me not bringing my cheaters is not your problem. I have an extra pair back there.
I think there is a way now that we can adjust the font, so I'll look.
Yeah, I'd be in trouble without my
Yep.
glasses.
It's fine now that the lights are up and not flickering and I can hold it at arm's length away. It's okay.
This one will start here, so.
I shouldn't have jinxed it.
Oh, goodness.
I'll ask a question. Look at Elon Financial. The
Oh,
description.
yeah, Troy, that looks like a, someone shifted their hand and then typed
Oh.
Yeah.
Code words. That's-
I do have to look into the covered bridge sign too for the backwoods metals portion of it. That was, his quote was 2975.12 and then billed out 5,500.
Oh,
Fine by me.
I'm gonna touch base with him yet on that.
We really didn't add anything, we didn't do anything in the back
No,
yet, so.
His bill looked pretty much verbatim for his quote, but he didn't
Different
up the
number.
numbers a little bit. I think he had a crane and everything, you know, the crane to set it and everything was figured in originally, so.
Sure. Are you looking at separate motions on those two?
Yes.
We can't do them together.
Sure.
They are listed together in the
Wow.
minute or in the
that was
agenda.
very convincing.
If
Yep.
looks could kill, I'd be dead on the floor.
Total the two out then and give me them.
We gotta add.
Oh, man, that's math, man. That's-
Exactly.
We're not in the math department.
My brain stops functioning after 3 PM, so I don't know that that's a good.
I don't think we've ever stated the total when doing a motion to approve the
I always split it, so,
accounts payable. We just say, yes, it's okay to pay.
Yeah.
so it's $39,551.70.
Okay.
I'll make a motion.
I'll make a
Yeah.
motion to approve accounts payable in the total that Miranda said, because I don't remember what it was.
But with the note that Jeff is gonna check on. the
Yes.
Yes.
Backwards bill.
Yes.
And I'll second that.
A motion and a second. All in favor?
I,
Opposed? Carried. No public comment. Unfinished business, pool update.
Yeah, that was on there last month, and I think everybody kind of knows, or at least those that were at the meeting. But basically, they're gonna rebid early January. They acknowledge they over-designed a few items that they're gonna tone back a little bit, and then we're gonna go with a whole year of construction with opening 2027, spring of 2027. And hope the bids come back where we need them. They're confident, again. Confident again that they will come in where they need to be. Had a good fundraising effort again. VFW went above and beyond as they have several times for us. And I don't worry about 13,000, give or take, or
yeah, I was gonna say.
somewhere
pretty
between
good.
11,500 and 13,000 raised. The VFW gave us the check for 10,000 right away, not even knowing if they were gonna cover their costs. So we appreciated that. And then there were there was a pail for donations that had like $36 in it. But yeah, I think it was a good night, I think. Silent auction raised about 1,500. Actually, it's going up because there was a lady there that bid on a bunch of plates. And she said, oh my gosh, I finally got a hold of her. She actually used to work with my cousin. And so anyway, I talked to her and she said, oh my gosh, I was just putting bids down just to get people to start bidding. I said, well, you got like 9 of the plates. She said, okay, how much? And I said, $250. All right. Can I send a check? Sure. Can I have my daughter's boyfriend stop and get the plates? Yeah. And she hung up and I hung up. Great. Then she called right back. She said, you know what? I don't even want the plates. I'll just send you $250. I said, okay. Then she said, you can use the plates again in a different silent auction. So I said, all right, well, tell you what, she's Lakewood Realty, or Lakeshore? Lakeshore Realty out of Lake City. And I said, oh, tell you what, we'll publish that a $250 donation from Lakeshore. And then I talked to my cousin who used to work for her. Well, my cousin has her own realty. And I said, oh yeah, she's gonna donate $250 as a donation. She didn't want the plates. Well, I should do it too then. So Jody's gonna send another $250 with her company name.
So could you
So
tell
anyway,
all of the
that-
companies
I
to
know,
just
well,
send us $250?
I didn't know what I'm looking
Make
for.
it
I was just
quick.
trying to get the plates, the money for the plates.
Yeah,
but
no, that's awesome.
Now
That's
we
great.
have the plates and $500. So,
How much was, how much raised
total.
roughly?
11 and change.
It was 11.5 is what I came
11.5.
up with, but
Yep.
Kim said she saw 13,000 out there, but
Yeah.
11.5 is what,
Okay.
but like I say, now it's 11,750, well, kind of.
According to the Zumbrota bridging ourselves to a new pool, it says $11,305.
Right, that's where the 13, I think mistakenly somebody transposed the
Yeah.
11.
So there you go.
Yep.
That's what it was.
So the VF really stepped up to Brian's earlier comment. They had already decided before the event even began, they voted on it last Thursday or whatever, that they were going to make the check out for $10,000 regardless of where things came in, which is
That's amazing.
remarkable considering that I went down to talk to Howard the morning of, and we were still below the minimum of 250 tickets, which is just the break even for the cash payout. So the VF would have been into it for prize money and the donation for us had no more tickets sold. But we, before the event actually began at 5:30, we ended up rolling over the 250 tickets sold. So they were at least not on the hook for any of the prize money, but they knew they had the funds to cover the donation they wanted to make towards the pool. He really felt strongly wants the pool to go forward. So that was awesome.
Yeah, that's great.
Very
Do
cool.
we still get the 50/50 and meat raffle, or is that all going?
That
into
was
there
all
to make
combined.
them
Yep,
whole?
that was all combined to make them whole. And then earlier to regress a little bit to the Burbach meeting, the concessions primarily boiled down to essentially three things. Two were the over designing. One, the concrete that they used was 6 inches thick and it could have been 4 inches thick to pass. So they're going to thin out the concrete by 2 inches to try and save a little bit of money there, just from a
4
material
inches is
standpoint.
typical.
Yep, 4
They,
inches
they,
is
they tend to
typical.
overbuild. I've talked to other administrators.
They went
and that.
6, so
Okay.
whatever 2 inches of concrete is for that square footage of the apron or the sun deck is going to help thin that out. And then they had bid some special aggregate MnDOT fill material that Schumacher had quoted an equivalent. And then Burbach realized that that's about $30 a yard cheaper. And I forget how many yards it was, but it was a substantial amount, a few $1,000s worth of aggregate there. But the big ticket item was, we asked all of the many contractors to bid it quickly and to bid it as if it was going to be done by like midsummer 26. And that's where we lost a bunch of the bidders. So Burbach strongly urged us to go back out, give them all summer to do it and not be completed until 27. So based on that, we talked about, and this is something that the rest of you members are going to have to keep in mind, that $100,000 worth of tax money that goes towards operating expenses in the pool fund is just kind of got tabled for right now. The previous 2 years, we as a park board decided that we were going to put that right back into the pool build fund. So that's something you guys will have to decide at a later date for the actual operating expenses for 26. Haven't actually been done anything yet, but they are still earmarked.
I was
City
gonna
council
say, how
agreed
much
to
did
keep them there.
we
It was
give?
$100,000. It rounded off to $100,000 a year in operating expenses.
Okay,
So we had the largest donation. We had $200,000 donation
okay, yeah.
towards the pool. And then Hanson had the the $100,000 funds matching. So
So essentially, next summer, we could put
You
another
could.
100,000.
you could put another 100 in there if you.
And,
If we decide that, right?
right, and that is still withholding enough money for operating the first year.
Correct.
Yeah.
Kim is very good about, hey, we're not gonna touch this much. So I always am careful to ask her, hey, how much more can we peel out?
Right.
Right. So since it's not operating at all in 26, you would be
That's
safe
another,
Do it
Okay.
again.
to donate another 100. But I thought that was good. of
Or
Burbach
give or
to
take,
at least.
depending on what it comes up to. But yeah.
right.
But hopefully, I feel strongly about it and won't have a vote after tonight, but I really feel that we shouldn't cheapen everything out. A couple of the other considerations that they had in their slide were like changing the construction of the mechanical or bathhouse into a wood frame construction versus brick and different things. So they had some things that they would digress from to try and get it down to the, whatever we need it to be, 3.7.
3.3 million is where we want to
3.7.
be. 3.3 million is where we want to
3.3,
be.
right,
For the bids now, since we're already into it, 300,000.
right.
Mhm.
So hopefully they can get her done.
But yeah, I mean, that one I might be willing to go with, the wood construction, as long as it's done right and covered correctly.
Well, the worry I have there is we talked several times about this mechanical and bathhouse being the storm shelter for the campground. Now the campground has their own bathhouse. Is that going to be the storm shelter? But I don't think that was built to the same code because we talked about that several times. So however you guys want to do it in the future, but
Mhm.
Yeah, this was gonna have a wood frame roof anyway, so that
right.
you kind of lose it there.
I just think the perception of the city is we had a brick house that stood for 50 years there. And if we're going to replace it with some wood thing, it's totally up to you guys, but however you want to do it.
But there are other things like, the slide or the water features and things like that. Those are
Correct.
a non-starter in my mind. They need to be there.
Mhm.
I mean, our homes are made of wood, and those stand for a long time, so as long as it can.
Not as
stand
harsh
the
of an environment,
Chemicals.
except my bathroom where the steam.
As long as it can stand the chemicals, then I think wood would be fine if there's a way to, we can do that.
So we'll see.
As long as they warranty it for 30 years or 50 years, let them build it out of straw if they want to.
Yep, supposed to get 50 years.
Yep, that's a
Well,
50-year warranty.
The vessel is supposed to last 50 years.
I would definitely
With
ask,
maintenance, of
I would
course.
definitely ask the question, what's the warranty on one versus the other?
Mhm.
Yeah, just a note on that, Plainview's theirs was a rehab about their same vintage, same layout, design and everything. I was talking to up at class, their public works director, that I know quite well or whatever, but he said they're to the point at 15 years that they're having the vessel itself, the old vessel that they rehabbed is popping again or whatever, so. Just timeframe.
What they spend back then.
It was like, he thought it was 2 million. I thought it was like 1.5 or something like that at the time.
Sure.
15 years ago, but
Mhm.
not a rehab. so
Rebuilt
we're
the pool 15 years ago.
Looking at sticking some money back in again.
We spent $100,000 on it 5 years ago.
Right, that was
Mhm.
supposed to make
Yeah.
it 2 years, possibly 3.
And it didn't.
What started out as
We
4
stretched
years,
that
and then
real thin.
Then it
When it
went to
started,
2
it
years.
was
and then-
dive.
But the vessel still was good.
Yeah.
The bathhouse that failed us. Well, the piping in the bathhouse.
In the kiddie pool.
Oh, the kid, yeah, that was gone. Yeah. Probably all the pee in there.
I think that pumped right into the ground probably. You know?
Yeah, wasn't there a constant hose in it to keep it full?
Yeah, they couldn't keep it full. It kept on going down,
Yeah.
Breathing and all that.
went right into the sewer probably.
Ugh.
Any other pool discussion? Okay, we'll move on to new business. We have new member applications.
We have two applications. One is from Carol Schuman and the other is from Victoria Lauren Perez. And just as a side note, Victoria also submitted an application for the EDA. So pending their approval as well. I mean, I don't know if people can serve on more than one board, but then it would, it would be her choice which one she would choose. So if you choose to approve her as well, it's not a guarantee that she would come here.
I recruited Carol. Told her she should apply. I
Awesome.
thought she'd be good. Do I get like a bonus like at work?
You get an extra year. Add one.
An extra year for the 8th time.
I'll be president next year.
Oh, yeah.
Again?
For the.
Again.
Man. With this Victoria, she reached out to me actually wondering if we had any positions open. But then she said she just really wants to be involved in the community. And so I said, well, we don't have any jobs, but we have board openings, commission openings. So, yeah, so she put in for 2.
Just one spot for the park board.
Two.
Two,
We have 2 open.
Mary Goplin and myself.
Mhm.
Irreplaceable, but we're gonna have to.
Mary, not me. I just
Sure.
got one spot for myself.
Now, that is not true, Troy. Look at what you did over at the Ball Diamonds. They
Yeah,
look
still
very
not-
nice.
Still not done. I'll be back here next spring asking for more egg line money under public comment. I'll be around. Yeah, that's how it all got started, so
I know.
I'm gonna try not to be here for too many public comments, otherwise you get sucked back up.
Too many
Or-
public
You will, don't worry.
comments.
Right,
You'll have an extra hour a month now to put up fence.
right.
There you go.
I thought I was out.
Look at that.
I thought I was out, and Miranda came calling, you can be on it again.
That's maybe something I'll pass
Where's
tonight, is
Sue?
that we have a maximum term limit. You and I won't have to come back.
Crashes at that point.
That's it.
Be all right.
What are you looking for on these tonight?
Oh, do we need a motion?
If you would like to accept them, you can just motion to approve the, or recommend them to council for approval. And then if council approves them, then I'll reach out to them, see if they are both still interested in accept, and they can attend in January if
Yeah, how are we gonna do the other one, that Victoria?
well.
Because that meeting won't happen before.
Well, I told the EDA that because the EDA asked for more
Oh,
information
yeah.
from her. So she's gonna provide that if she responded to Kurt at the December meeting. But I told them, I said, well, she also applied for park board. So if they approve her and then send it through council and the extra information might not mean anything because she might just decide to go with park board. So
Do we do the appointments? The first meeting in January, but that's gonna be after the first park board meeting. Because we moved it to 8th of January.
but you can approve new members anytime.
Then they'll just go on the appointment list.
Because like if it was the middle of the year and we had a vacancy, you can just approve that at any time.
But yeah, we have expiring terms here, so I don't care, just doesn't matter, doesn't
At
it?
least let the EDA board know that if you guys approve or that you want to let them know.
Yep.
So everybody-
Mhm.
And like I said, I don't know if citizens can do more than one board. Like maybe she wants to do both. I don't know. I don't know if you can.
I'm not aware of anything in the ordinance that says you can't.
I guess we're usually just struggling to get people to do one, so
Yeah.
this is new territory.
What else should we put Aaron on?
Everything. She can be on it.
Everything.
Yeah.
Recruiter to be a part of the
Brad can
pool.
come back.
Yeah, exactly.
Now he's
The
council, he
council member
can't.
and the,
Conflict of interest, he can't be a voting member because he can't be a voting member.
Yeah, I'll make a motion that we approve both applications for new park board members and pass them on to the council for approval.
I will second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
I,
Opposed? Carried. Miranda's addition, the Greater Minnesota Parks and Trails membership renewal.
So this is, I looked back and we've been members of this since as long as I've been here, and I'm sure prior to that as well. I included a list of the benefits that we get out of being a part of this board, if you guys want to look those over. I think last year the fee was also $175. It was either $175 or $165, so it's either stayed the same or gone up $10. I can't quite remember.
It's not a very substantial fee. My only question is do they basically double dip for the Pioneer Trail and for the Covered Bridge Park and get 2 for 1 there?
I don't know.
Since they kind of overlap, any chance we get
Mhm.
grandfathered in since we're the beginning of the Pioneer?
Yeah, I don't know if that could be
Yep.
part of it.
Or if they're not even a part of it, they could
Right.
piggyback on ours.
Right, yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah, it can't be a bad thing to belong to it, especially if we're gonna start looking at
Exactly.
some more grants.
Mhm.
Right.
Once we get that trestle going, we're gonna have to do the road and, whatever else. I think having this on the resume would be good. Okay, right. Oh, and we are talking about folding trails into the park at some point, into the park board. So
Yeah.
it will truly be parks and trails.
I'll make a motion that we pay the $175 fee and renew our membership.
I will second.
Motion and second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Brian's addition of a fee schedule.
Yep, I didn't even make one for you guys because the only thing I want to ask is, do you want to make any adjustments to the campground fees? We're not done with the bathhouse yet. The pool's not there yet. We did raise it last year. The seasonal campsites, $1,430. Primitive, $25. Electrical water sites, $40 a night. Electrical water sewer, $50 a night. And then we added that non-guest waste station use of $15. Is that enough? $15 for the non-guest?
I think so.
That was based off of other stuff that was close by, right?
Yeah.
So,
But I would suggest waiting a year, and if we get we'll get the bathhouse done for sure, and hopefully we've got the pool
Yeah, I was gonna
pretty much
say,
there.
without the pool opening up, I
Right.
don't know that
Yeah.
we should be raising anything this year, but that's just my opinion.
And then the rest of your fees are just the swimming lesson ones, which,
That does not apply when you don't have a pool.
right. So I just want to bring that up real quick because this will be the last meeting before, before we finalize the fee schedule. There'll be a public hearing on the fee schedule on January 8th, but again, that'll be after the next park board meeting too, so. I guess if we wanted to change anything, we could do it at the next park board meeting, I suppose.
I don't think we need to change it.
Yeah, we raised it last year and they don't have a pool yet. The bathhouse isn't quite done. I don't see a point to uptick it until some other things are done.
That's what I was
I
thinking.
agree.
Use some more amenities.
That's something that should be motioned and no
Yep.
fee raised?
Yep.
Or leave the fees the same for 2026?
I will make a motion to keep the fees the same for 2026.
Second.
I have a motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. No reports?
Just one quick thing, as long as I'm thinking about it. We've been talking about capital planning for the park board. We'll do that after the first of the year.
Okay.
Probably gonna be February, once everybody's set again and everybody's in their new positions. And then we'll get on the capital planning, put together a whole 10-year projection. Then it makes it much easier to shift and move things. And we do that with the roads and everything else too, so. And project out dollar amounts, that type of stuff, so. Been a long-term effort that just hasn't gotten going yet. We're just gonna, I promise. That's it.
Is it time to entertain a motion
We have a farewell speech or anything?
to
No
adjourn?
farewell speech, but
No, farewell speech.
it's been educational to say the least. To Kayla's point, I literally started out just trying to get some more attention to what was almost abandoned sandlot fields for a while there, but it has come a long, long way over there. So that was definitely the passion that got me onto the park board, and it has grown along with the friendships and relationships that I've fostered here. So I appreciate everything you guys have done to help me or put up with me as I've been on the board now for 6 years, but
Gosh, it goes
crazy to think it's gone
6
that
years?
fast. Yeah. So we started the fundraising for that, and
Were you
This-
on here before I was the administrator?
yeah, this
I
was my
thought you
second
came on-
term.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, that's why they're kicking me off. I was, man, I'd stay right here with you. But yeah, there's definitely things that I'm still passionate about, and we'll be back on the public comment side of things. Definitely looking for hopefully some more ag linemen, some more things going on with the concession stand and trying to keep that like a thriving, I think that's a really community hotspot for all the youth and the parents. That involves a lot of people. There's a lot of visibility over there. I think potentially in the future, replacing that basketball court over there with like a batting cage or something. I'll pursue that on my own to try and get Shields to sponsor that, but I think someone to sponsor that and get that right. I mean, that's right on 52 where everybody wants all the banners and things that we had going on there, and where they want the, all of our awards for our different,
Well, they moved the sign to school
athletes
sign.
and stuff. Yeah, they want out there. I mean, that's kind of a hot spot for billboards and stuff. So I think that having a sponsored batting cage out there would be huge for that complex.
I wouldn't get rid of the basketball hoops, so they're used quite a bit from what I've seen.
I just think there's a lot of opportunity to combine the basketball stuff, like when Anton is doing all the 3-on-3 stuff like that. I think expanding what we're already looking at in the future of making the pickleball courts even better, maybe putting in some basketball stuff, maybe in the little flat spot where the bathhouse kind of used to be down there, maybe a separate little basketball court next to what the pickleball court / permanent hockey rink would look like in the future. I'd like to see the Frisbee disc golf. I'll continue to work on trying to get some concrete tee pads and get some signs and stuff and see if we can round some more volunteers up for doing that. That's probably been the biggest educational experience for me here, is that for the things that come up here, if they're not well planned out and you don't have the financial commitment, they die so quickly, and it takes someone who's super passionate about it to try and keep them alive. And you guys obviously see that with all the programs around here, but would really encourage in some of that capital planning to look at the programs that you do want to back, how small they are, how big they are, and really make sure that the financial investment is there for them and get the dollars moved in there right away so that they can happen quickly. Because some of the things that have happened are all because of the financial backing. You know, the new bathhouse up by the shelter up there, and the extended trail, and the bathhouse, and the whole entire campground. I mean, we failed to get the grant and the funds for that campground, but yet we pulled it off. So I think those are all great additions to the park. And I think there's lots more to be had out there, but I really think it starts with earmarking some funds and driving it home with some actual labor versus, well, come back to us next month and the next month and the next month and get more information. Then it kind of dies out so quickly. So that's my only take as to what I've seen. Otherwise, I think we do a great job of being the voice of the community. I wouldn't be afraid to share more stuff out there. I know we don't do a whole lot of publicity stuff because a lot of negativity comes out quicker than the support, but there's a lot of people who are definitely opinionated and aren't afraid to support or, you know, voice their opinion. So I think what we do as a whole is a great thing. So thank you for allowing me to be part of it. It's been fun.
Geez, I'm glad you didn't have a speech. How long were we? No, I'm
I want to
saying.
make sure we didn't like beat Fred's record. I think the quickest one ever was 25 minutes.
You got about like an hour to go.
Yeah.
Right, maybe an hour and a half.
Yeah, that's still in the minutes somewhere. Miranda can find that, but anything over like an hour and 15, you order Casey's Pizza, so. It was definitely under Fred, not under me.
It was.
So with that, I will definitely entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
Got a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? You're out.